Greetings, greetings. You are listening to Thema Azize Serwa. Thank you for taking an interest in this conversation, the womb miracle. It is very important to me that people understand what they have been seeing in women over these past couple of decades around the conversation of womb healing. This is not women trying to change the value of masculinity and the role that plays in the repair of the planet. That's not what you're looking at. There has been a consistent awakening for women to reclaim their spiritual lineage. Whose image are we made in? And the womb has always and will remain the gateway to that knowledge. Even in my own journey, I did not really understand my power and who I am as a woman until I was diagnosed with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and had to figure out how to heal myself from the pain and hormonal imbalances and mood changes and all the things that came with that experience. I just wanted to feel better in my body and ended up changing my entire life. So, this is a 4-part series around the miracle that womb knowledge and womb awakening and womb healing creates, not just for the women, but for the world. I want you to be a part of this conversation and not just hear what I'm saying, but also reclaim pieces of yourself. Let the conversation be medicine for you. And my intention is that it activates more of your power to create what you want in your life, to materialize it, to give it form, to make it real. So, part 1 is about what is womb magic. Let's define it. Part 2, I will be teaching on connecting to your womb's power. How do you do it? Part 3 is about preserving your womb's health. And for those of you who have ever worked with me or listened to me, you know that I teach the full anatomy of the womb of your mind, the womb of your body, and the womb of your spirit. And part 4 is tapping into cosmic womb wisdom. Tapping into cosmic womb wisdom. So today's conversation is part 1. What is womb magic? So take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. First, I would like to invite you to feel it even before I explain it, because all information is already in you anyway. So if your legs are crossed, please uncross them. Let's open up the meridians in your body so the energy can flow more easily. You don't have to close your eyes, but if you feel like you want to, that's your decision to make. I want you to place your tongue on the roof of your mouth gently. I want you to take another deep breath in through the nose. This time we're going to hold the inhale to the count of 8. So in, Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale through the mouth. When you breathe in, I want you to push your belly button out. When you exhale, I want you to pull your belly button in. When you inhale, I want you to push your belly out. When you exhale, I want you to pull that belly button in. What is womb magic? So we're going to do another deep inhalation. Keep the tongue on the roof of your mouth. We're going to inhale through the nose. And as you're inhaling, you're going to push your belly out. We're going to hold that to the count of 8. Then you're going to exhale through your mouth and pull the belly button towards your spine as you are exhaling. So let's try it. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold it to the count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release through the mouth. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Good. Now I want you to focus your breath on your yoni. I want you on the next inhale to call that breath into that part of your body and send it into your womb space, which is always in between the bottom of your belly button and your yoni space. We're going to call that breath into that part of your body. And as you inhale, I want you to find a word that you want to send to your womb space. Is it love? Is it joy? Is it power? Is it peace? Is it healing? Is it abundance? Is it passion? Is it clarity? What is it that you need to say to your womb with this next breath? So as you inhale and hold it to the count of 8, you're going to send that breath through your yoni into your womb space. And you're going to announce that you are present and one with your womb through finding one word that you want to speak to your womb. So let's try it. Take a deep breath in, push the belly out. Hold it to the count of 8 and send that word and that breath into your womb space. Prepare to exhale through the mouth. Pull the belly button towards your spine. Very good. So we're going to do this one more time. This time, when you exhale, you're going to clear some energy out of your womb space. Okay? And so, for example, let's say on the inhale, you activated love in your womb by sending your breath and giving your womb the memo that love is here. On the exhale, maybe we're going to clear fear. Maybe we're going to clear anxiety. Maybe we're going to clear old lovers. Maybe we're going to clear, right? So on the inhale, you're calling into this part of your body, a very specific vibration through your afoshe, through your words. And then on the exhale, you're clearing what would interfere with whatever you just rooted in your body. We're going to move things out that we don't need. So let's try it. Take a deep breath in, push the belly button out, hold it to the count of 8, affirm, Call out your word. Prepare to exhale. Eye clear and call it out. Relax. Relax your jaw, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your back. It's not hard to heal. What's difficult is making the decision to be healed. What is womb magic? Womb magic is choosing to use the natural God given design of the womb to conjure. I just walked you through a practice of womb magic. Honestly, you can use any part of your body, your hands, your feet, your legs. But for this conversation and this exercise, we used your womb. There's a lot of magic in your reproductive system. I like to describe the womb as the seat of your creative power. So, yes, there's magic there. I mean, scientists have done their best to try to duplicate what the womb does, how it can take something from the spiritual realm and bring it to earth through flesh. Like literally, we grow human beings and put them on earth. That is the blueprint that is encoded in your womb. It is magical. So when a woman starts creating her own relationship with her womb and learning how her womb communicates with her and how she communicates with her womb, and learning how to turn the switch on for her own life, not just for the act of birthing children and putting babies on the planet, but I want to birth some more money. I want to birth some new connections. I want to birth a new business. I want that birthing energy is part of your design as a woman. And you, when you become awakened and in tune with yourself, you decide what you want to birth. And just because you haven't decided yet doesn't mean that your life is absent of birth. No, you birth every day. You are living a life right now that you have created, whether you created that life consciously or unconsciously. It's your life, and nobody can live it for you but you. So it's in your best interest to learn your own magic and use it for your life. Use it for work. Use it for your family. Use it for your hair, your edges, your health, whatever it is, it's yours. It's your magic. Just put your hand over your heart. Put your right hand over the center of your chest. Put your left hand over the center of your womb. And just say out loud, it's my magic. And no one can take from you what belongs to you unless you give it. And as a woman who has survived and thrived after experiencing all kinds of traumas, okay, and I don't give a lot of time to um, talk about and replay those narratives and events. I have learned how to leverage forgetting. Memories can be overrated. And I understand that Every time you highlight and focus and tell certain stories, you activate the energy of those things. So I don't suppress, I don't avoid. I've just successfully processed my experiences. And I teach my clients how to do the same. So, my point is, despite the adversities I have experienced in my life, I still turn the switch on for my magic. And nothing and no one can override my magic in my life. And where do I like to tuck it and source it from? In my sacred seat of creative power. As women, we are a bridge. Those of us who were born with physiological wombs, a uterus, ovaries, fallopian tubes. There is a spiritual mechanism encoded in our bodies that allows us to take spiritual ether, matter, and give it form. It's ours. It's womb magic. And we give it form and we bring different things into the earth. For some of us, that looks like physical children. For some of us, it looks like $1 billion, $1 trillion ideas. For some of us, it looks like being the rock in our families, the one that everyone can come to when they need help. It's your magic. You define it, you identify it, you figure out how to play with it, turn it on, and use it for your life. The one thing I want to charge all of you with is use it for your life first so that you're not pouring out of a cup that you can't drink out of. I don't believe your cup always necessarily has to be full and overflowing. There's been many a days that on my worst days, the world got the best of me, even though I may have been exhausted or stretched too thin. I'm not in that same school of thought as I used to be. The point is, are you ever going to drink from your cup? Are you ever going to pass your cup to yourself? Or are you going to spend an entire lifetime thirsty, yearning, wanting more for yourself? So, understanding what womb magic is and understanding how to be deeply connected to it, how to turn it on, is life changing. This is why my work is so significant. This is why these conversations are so significant. This is why when I get with women one on one and I help them understand how to turn on their womb magic, within one session, their entire life changes. What we're talking about in terms of reclaiming your power as a woman as God designed it, not as our culture and society is trying to define it. But I'm talking about nature's design. And you can argue with nature all day, but listen, historically on Earth, those who tend to want to argue with nature's design, nature has no problem teaching what the design is. Oh, God's immune system is not enough for these things that are happening. And then now we're seeing all these scientific studies showing that actually natural immunity is the best immunity on the planet. Listen, we may not be able to always remember where God is, but God is here. And God's blueprint and design is within all of us. So when we need to trace the woman God's imprint and part of the equation, divine femininity, we all have our share of divine femininity and divine masculinity because nature loves balance. Nature loves balance. When there is a lack of balance, that is when we begin to have less. So what is womb magic? How do we turn it on within ourselves? I just showed you it's not hard. Make a connection. Talk to your womb. Talk to your body. Listen, if my hands start aching or my knees start cracking or something's going on, I talk to my body. I live in it. It is the house for my soul, my spirit. It is the home that I have chosen to reside in. So I don't disconnect in ways that leave me ignorant about the very home I reside in. And I don't let too many external voices and influences tell me about my home. I do the work to get familiar with and intimate with my womb outside of just when I'm on my cycle, or outside of when, like, no, 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 no. I live with her every day. She lives with me every day. What does our relationship look like? And I'm asking you, if you're listening, what does your relationship look like with your womb? When you get intimate enough and you know her well enough and you have consistent communication and interaction and a love for your womb, that is what turns on the magic. Now you'll notice that being able to create certain outcomes is easier because you have tapped into that birthing, creative vibration of your womb, and it is now changing your life. And so, of course, while we are having this conversation, I have resources to assist. One is a 6-week womb healing intensive program that I facilitate. You can go to my website to enroll for the next upcoming date. You get some live personal interaction with me and other women in the experience who have decided they are ready to turn on their womb magic. You also have access to source my energy more intimately. You are welcome to schedule a womb sauna experience with me at my headquarters or to invite me to come where you are. We have people that we serve all over the world. And so if you feel like, Thema, this conversation is stirring me up, I want to get more women involved in it. And do you mind bringing that conversation? And do you mind helping us turn on our womb magic? There's a form on my website on how to invite me and my team to come and serve the women in your area. You also can book a one-on-one virtual call with me and say, Thema, I need to talk to you about this more. While I was listening to you, some things came up for me that I know I need to clear out. I will do it with you, and I will show you how to continue to do it in your life. I'll be that resource, and you are always welcome to resource my magic and my energy to help you heal everything. The outcome of working with me is more wholeness, more healing, more clarity, more power. We don't sit down in the trauma narrative. We don't sit down in old memories and old information for new experiences. we turn on the womb magic and we move forward. And I show you how to start configuring specific outcomes. We get into alchemy. I teach you how to become masterful with your manifestations outside of your head, but in your real life. Those are the outcomes I produce with the women that work with me. So you have a couple of different ways to access my manifestation of my womb's magic. You can schedule a one-on-one virtual consultation with me. You can enroll in a process for 6 weeks and really get some deep diving into how to turn on your womb magic. You can invite me to come and assist you and women in your area on how to turn on your womb magic. And you are welcome to just take what I've given you. And if it has been enough, enjoy it. Go to my social media pages, leave a review and say, Thema, that conversation on the womb miracle part 1 did it for me. I needed that. Tag me on Instagram, Facebook, comment below and say, I needed this conversation today. I needed this practice and turning on my womb magic. It really, really helped me. Thank you. And my response will be, you're welcome. And we'll share in the joy of the moment you had and what it did for your life. So as I wrap up this conversation, I just honor the Holy Mother. I am her minister. I am fearfully and wonderfully made in her image. So wisdom, I thank you for allowing me to even have a platform to share your energy, your tools, and to help your daughters become more of who they are designed to be. And for that, my sisters, I say to each of you, namaste. Go settle into the clarity and the vibration of your womb magic because it's here and it's yours. I love you. Come back for part 2. Make sure your notifications are turned on, that you are subscribed to my channel, and that you don't miss any of this conversation. There is more. And don't be a glutton. If this blessed you, feel free to share this with some other women and say, please subscribe, turn on your notifications because part 2 is coming. And again, part 2 is about connecting to your womb's power. I'm going to give you some specific daily things to do to connect to your womb's power. All right, so I'll see you in part 2. Peace.